Hey everybody, BobbySaphire here with ArtifactCCG.com. Tonight I want to talk to you about a mechanic I really like in Artifact. It's called Get Initiative. Right now there are only 4 Get Initiative cards spoiled. 3 of them are on the screen. Fight Through the Pain, which is a 1-cost, give a red hero plus 2 armor this round. And for a 4-cost Hipfire, deal 4 damage to a unit. Those are just regular cards that you can include in any deck. Kraken Shell comes with Tidehunter. And then there's one more that I'm not including on the screen just because it's a ridiculous 7-cost bomb called Chain Lightning, and that's Lich's card. And it does 24 damage and also gives you initiative. And I mean, you're playing that card because it's a bomb, but these cards are a little less powerful, right? They're a lot weaker than a bomb 24 damage card. So I want to talk about why you might include these in your deck, or why you might want to put them in play and hold them for just the right moment. Initiative is massive in this game. It's what allows you to play the first card whenever you move into the next lane. And like, if you don't play a card and you keep passing, your opponent can continue to play cards and you keep the initiative. That can be an important strategy when you have something set up, maybe 2 or 3 or even maybe 4 lanes in the future. This is really common with removal cards that directly remove a hero, stun a hero, something like Earthshaker's ability, cards like Coup de Grace, Assassinate, maybe big sweepers like Echo Slam, or any other card that, like, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but the card that does the 4 damage to everybody before your opponent can like pump all their creeps or heal their character. This is like pretty commonly a massively important part of the game and understanding initiative. But I haven't heard too much talk about why these cards can be so key. There are plenty of times where I'll sit there in the 3rd lane. I'm going to put up what 3 lanes look like just to visualize. This is just a random screen cap that I grabbed from the internet. It's just one from one of the demo games. It's a turn 1. It doesn't really help anything other than I want you to like look at 3 lanes while we're talking. If we're in the 3rd lane and, you know, whatever's going to happen, like in this example, our 3/7 guy, he's going to die, right? We don't really care about that if we know we're dropping Zeus. Like if we look up to the top left and we see Zeus is coming down next. All right, we've got his spell. We've got Thunder God's Wrath. He's going to come and he's going to wipe out all my opponent's heroes. But I need to do it before my opponent plays like a cloak to give someone +4 health. So I want to keep initiative. Can't always do that. Sometimes you're going to have to do things to keep your guy alive. If you have a kill on board, sure. Let your guy die. Nothing else matters. But having cards like Kraken Shell, Fight Through the Pain, Hipfire can allow us to take the initiative back when we know we need it later in the game. These are cards that I almost never burn. Sometimes even if it will keep a character alive, a hero alive very early on, because I know the game's going to go on for a long time and I'm going to want those cards to set up my kill. So even though these cards are seemingly very weak comparative to their cost, 4 damage for 4 cost is not great. It's not a great clip. Giving someone 2 armor just for the turn, that's not amazing for just 1 mana. It's that ability to get you the initiative to play a card like enough magic later on that can stop our opponent from doing anything or triggering Earthshaker's ability. Playing with the initiative and knowing when you need initiative, even turns ahead, is one of the most important things I think you can do in Artifact. And there are plenty of games where I've kept initiative through several of my opponent's actions, and I know that my opponent knows I'm setting up something big. And vice versa, I've known when I'll take, 10 or 11 actions in 1 lane, and my opponent refuses to do anything, even letting his heroes die, that initiative is so key that they refuse to give it up because they're setting me up to get blown out in a future lane. So consider adding these Get Initiative cards to your deck. Save them. Don't burn them, but save them for the later turns. When I'm drafting in the Gauntlet, I always try and scoop up some Get Initiative cards just so I can steal it back when I know I need it. And there may be more. I cannot confirm or deny there are more Get Initiative cards. But that's just something to keep in mind. Even though these cards look weak, Get Initiative is a super strong mechanic. I think it's not being talked about enough. And because only 4 Get Initiative cards are spoiled, people aren't focused on its strength. Hope you learned a little bit about Get Initiative and why we might want Initiative, and as soon as I'm able to, I will love to improve this video with actual gameplay to exemplify what I'm trying to say. But for now, we're just going to have to stick with screen caps of crappy demos. So catch you next time.